A death to report tonight. The handsome face, the smooth voice, the versatile actor Peter Graves.
Have you ever wondered what secrets lie behind the calm, commanding voice of Jim Phelps from Mission Impossible? The man who led impossible missions on screen lived a life just as fascinating off camera. Peter Graves wasn't just a television hero. He was a real-life war veteran, a family man, and an actor who went from dramatic spy thrillers to laugh-out-loud comedy in Airplane. But how did a small-town boy from Minnesota become one of Hollywood's most respected and mysterious stars? From his hidden struggles to the surprising twists in his long career, today we uncover the untold story of Peter Graves, the man, the legend, and the secret life behind the mission. Stay tuned because what you're about to learn might just surprise you. Peter Graves was born on March 18, 1926 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. His real name was Peter Orns, but later he changed his last name to Graves to honor his mother's family and to have a name that was different from his brother's. His older brother was James Arns, who also became a very famous actor, best known for his role in the long-running Western television series Gunsmoke. He grew up in a loving family. His father, Ralph Orns, worked in business, and his mother, Ruth, was a journalist. Peter had a lively and curious personality from a young age. Even where he grew up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, he developed a love for both sports and music. He enjoyed being active, but what truly captured his heart was music. He learned to play the saxophone and became quite talented at it. Music gave him confidence and joy, and it showed his natural sense of rhythm and creativity, qualities that would later help him as an actor. When Peter was only 16 years old, he took his first real step into the world of entertainment. He got a job as a radio announcer at a local Minneapolis station called WM. It was a big opportunity for someone so young, and he worked hard to make his voice sound clear and professional. This experience helped him become comfortable speaking to an audience, something that would become very important in his future acting career. After finishing high school, Peter's life took a serious turn when World War II broke out. He joined the United States Army Air Force and served his country with pride. The war years taught him discipline, courage, and a sense of responsibility. These qualities stayed with him for the rest of his life. When the war ended, he returned home and decided to follow his passion for acting. He enrolled at the University of Minnesota, where he studied drama. This was the time when he truly began to shape his future. He learned about stage performance, character development, and the hard work that goes into becoming a successful actor. It was also in these years that he decided to use the name Peter Graves, taking his mother's maiden name as his new last name. He wanted to create his own identity, separate from his brother James Arns, who was also becoming an actor. Peter's acting career started in the early 1950s. His first film appearance was in Rogue River in 1951, where he played a small role but made a strong impression. Just 2 years later, he got his big break in the film Stalag 17, 1953, a war drama directed by Billy Wilder. Peter played Sergeant Frank Price, and his performance was praised for being sincere and believable. This movie helped him gain attention in Hollywood and opened the door to more opportunities. During the rest of the 1950s, he appeared in many films that showed his growing range as an actor. He acted in Beneath the 12-Mile Reef, The Long Gray Line, and The Court Martial of Billy Mitchell. Each role helped him become more confident and skilled. He was not yet a major star, but he was earning respect in the film industry. Peter's television career began to take off around the same time. In 1955, he starred in the family series Fury, where he played Jim Newton, a kind-hearted ranch owner who adopts a young boy. The show was very popular and ran for 5 years, making Peter a familiar face to audiences across America. Later in 1959, he appeared in another TV series called Whiplash, which was filmed in Australia. In this show, he played Christopher Cobb, a stagecoach driver based on a real historical figure. The series ran until 1960 and became well-liked for its exciting stories and Peter's strong performance. By the end of the 1950s, Peter Graves had built a solid career in both movies and television. His calm, confident voice, tall frame, and natural charm made him stand out. He was ready for even bigger roles, and the best part of his career was just beginning. Mission Impossible was one of the most famous and exciting television shows of the 1960s and 1970s. It first appeared on American television in 1966 and quickly became a hit because it was different from anything people had seen before. The show ran on CBS and was created by Bruce Geller. Peter Graves joined the cast in 1967 as Jim Phelps, the calm and intelligent leader of a secret team of government agents known as the Impossible Missions Force, or IMF. Each episode began with the same famous opening. A lit fuse burned across the screen while the thrilling Mission Impossible theme music played. Then Jim Phelps would receive a secret recording telling him about his next mission. The message always ended with the line, "This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds." That moment became one of the most memorable parts of the show. The IMF team's missions were usually about stopping dangerous enemies, catching spies, or rescuing people in trouble. They never used violence unless it was necessary. Instead, they relied on clever plans, disguises, fake identities, and special gadgets to trick the villains. Each team member had a special skill. One might be an actor who could pretend to be someone else, another an expert with electronics or explosives. Watching how their carefully designed plans came together was one of the main reasons viewers loved the show. Another reason for its popularity was its style and intelligence. Unlike many other shows of the time, Mission Impossible treated its audience as smart. The plots were complicated but satisfying. Each episode felt like a short movie with tension, suspense, and a clever twist at the end. The show also had a strong sense of teamwork. The characters trusted each other completely, and they worked together silently and efficiently to complete their goals. Peter Graves' character Jim Phelps became the face of the series. His calm voice, leadership, and quiet strength made him a fan favorite. He led the team with confidence and always seemed to be one step ahead of everyone else. His presence helped make the show feel believable and serious, even when the mission seemed almost impossible. Mission Impossible also stood out because of its music. The theme written by Lalo Schifrin was fast, rhythmic, and unforgettable. It became one of the most famous television themes in history, instantly recognizable even decades later. The show's popularity came from how exciting and smart it was. People loved watching the team solve impossible problems with creativity and precision. It gave viewers the thrill of adventure, the satisfaction of clever problem solving, and the comfort of seeing good triumph over evil without unnecessary violence. Over time, Mission Impossible became more than just a TV show. It became a part of popular culture. It inspired later spy shows and movies, and even led to the Mission Impossible film series starring Tom Cruise. But for many people, the original series with Peter Graves leading the IMF team remains the truest version of the impossible mission. In 1967, Peter Graves reached the highest point of his career when he was chosen to play the role of Jim Phelps in the television series Mission Impossible. The show was already known for its clever spy stories and exciting plots, but Peter's arrival brought a new level of strength and intelligence to it. As Jim Phelps, he played the calm and confident leader of a secret government team called the Impossible Missions Force, or IMF. Every week, Phelps and his team were given dangerous assignments that required them to use their skills, quick thinking, and teamwork to complete their mission successfully. The show aired on CBS and quickly became a worldwide success. Viewers were drawn to the show's suspense, smart writing, and the teamwork between the characters. Each episode began with the famous line, "Your mission, should you choose to accept it," followed by the tape that would self-destruct after giving the instructions. This unique style became one of the most iconic parts of television history. The burning fuse in the opening credits and the unforgettable theme music made the show instantly recognizable to millions of fans. Peter Graves' performance as Jim Phelps was one of the main reasons Mission Impossible became so popular. He played the role with quiet strength, intelligence, and dignity. Phelps was always calm under pressure and never lost control, no matter how difficult the situation was. Viewers admired his ability to lead his team with confidence and kindness. Peter's natural authority and smooth voice made him believable as a leader, and people trusted his character completely. His performance earned him great respect from critics and fans, as well as an Emmy Award nomination for Best Actor in a Dramatic Series. Even after the original Mission Impossible ended in the early 1970s, its popularity never faded. In the 1980s, a new version of the series was created, and Peter Graves returned once again as Jim Phelps. His return brought a sense of nostalgia and excitement to fans who had grown up watching the original show. The revival proved that Mission Impossible and Peter Graves' role in it still had strong appeal many years later. His time on Mission Impossible defined his career, but his work beyond it proved that he was a talented and versatile actor who could succeed in many different areas of entertainment. After his great success with Mission Impossible, Peter Graves continued to build an impressive career in both film and television. He wanted to show that he could do more than just play serious or dramatic roles. In the years that followed, he appeared in several movies that proved his versatility as an actor. One of these was A Rage to Live, a drama that showed his ability to handle emotional and complicated characters. He also acted in Texas Across the River, a Western comedy that mixed action and humor, allowing him to display his easy charm and natural screen presence. In 1983, Peter took on an important role in the popular television miniseries, The Winds of War. The series told the story of World War II through the experiences of several families, and Peter played Palmer Kirby, a strong and dependable character. The show was a huge success and reached millions of viewers around the world. His performance was praised for its honesty and strength, and it helped remind audiences that he was not only a television star, but also a serious and talented actor. Outside of acting, Peter Graves also became known as the host of A&E's biography series, a show that told the life stories of famous and influential people. His calm, deep voice and respectful manner made him the perfect narrator for this program. He hosted the series for many years, and through it he reached a whole new generation of viewers. Many people who had never seen Mission Impossible came to admire him through his thoughtful work on biography. Although Peter Graves had always been known for his serious and dramatic roles, he surprised everyone in 1980 when he showed a completely different side of himself. He starred in the comedy movie Airplane as Captain Clarence Over, a role that became one of his most memorable performances. The film was a parody of disaster movies filled with silly jokes and fast-paced humor. Peter's straight-faced, serious delivery of ridiculous lines made his performance especially funny. He showed perfect timing and a wonderful sense of humor that few people expected from him. The success of Airplane was enormous, and 2 years later, he returned to play the same character in Airplane 2, the sequel. Audiences loved him even more in the second film, and critics praised his skill at playing comedy with a completely serious expression. His performance proved that he could make people laugh just as easily as he could make them think. In the later years of his career, Peter Graves continued to appear in television shows and films, often as a respected guest star. He made appearances on Fantasy Island and Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, adding warmth and quality to every role he played. Even in the 2000s, he continued to work. In 2002, he appeared as himself in the film Men in Black 2, showing that he still had a sense of humor about his fame and his image. Through all these years, Peter Graves remained admired for his professionalism, his kindness, and his dedication to his work. Whether he was acting in a serious drama, hosting a television documentary, or making audiences laugh in a comedy, he always gave his best. His long and successful career proved that he was one of Hollywood's most respected and versatile performers. In his personal life, Peter Graves was known for being a kind, disciplined, and deeply thoughtful man. Away from the lights of Hollywood, he valued family, faith, and honesty above everything else. He was a man of strong Christian beliefs and remained devoted to his religion throughout his life. His faith guided his actions and gave him a sense of peace and purpose, even during the most difficult times in his career. Peter was also known for his conservative political views and was a loyal supporter of the Republican Party. He believed in hard work, personal responsibility, and the importance of family and tradition. Peter married Joan Endres in 1950, and their marriage lasted for 60 years until his death. In an industry known for short-lived relationships, their lasting marriage was something rare and admirable. Together they raised 3 daughters, Claudia, Amanda, and Kelly, whom Peter loved dearly. Despite his busy schedule as an actor, he always made time for his family. He was known to be a gentle and caring husband and father who preferred a quiet home life over Hollywood parties. His family often said that he was happiest when spending time with them, playing music, or simply relaxing at home. Throughout his life, Peter Graves earned the respect of both his colleagues and his fans. People admired him not only for his acting skills, but also for his character and integrity. He was never involved in scandals or bad publicity, and he carried himself with dignity and grace. On screen, he could be serious, commanding, or funny, but off-screen, he was humble and kind. He treated everyone with respect from fellow actors to the crew members on set. What made Peter truly special was his ability to move easily between different types of roles. He began his career in serious dramas and adventure stories, but later showed that he could also be wonderfully funny in comedies like Airplane. This smooth transition from drama to comedy made him one of the most versatile actors of his generation. Viewers loved his calm voice, his expressive eyes, and the quiet confidence he brought to every performance. Peter Graves passed away on March 14, 2010, just 4 days before his 84th birthday. He died of a heart attack outside his home in Pacific Palisades, California. His death was a great loss to the world of film and television, but his legacy lives on through his many memorable roles. According to his wishes, his body was cremated. Even after his passing, Peter Graves is remembered as a symbol of professionalism, talent, and grace. His portrayal of Jim Phelps in Mission Impossible remains one of television's most iconic characters, and his comedic turn in Airplane continues to make people laugh decades later. More than anything, Peter Graves is remembered as a man who lived with integrity and left behind a legacy of great work, kindness, and respect.